Hello everyone, welcome to another day in Shroud of the Avatar. Today we're in game with Scarface. No we're not, we're in game with Buck Rogers. And because we've just changed our release again, new release has come out. I'm just going to change this to an opaque background so you can read it. We're now on release R42. Now they actually polished the scene, tidied up the scene, Solace Bridge outskirts. So I thought we would quickly go through it, see what changes there are, and also some changes in some of the game mechanics as well. So I'm just going to change a few more things before we go into the game, which is things that I change. I'll explain them and why I do them. It's actually we're actually playing in fantastic mode, except I've turned off all the shadows because it makes for a better video. Of course I turn the brightness up. Some of the others don't make much of a difference at all. But in regards to the interface, I normally turn on is to come down here to the bottom one, show health focus stats, which puts numerical values up here. Go further down here, I'm going to turn off the hints. If you're a new player, I recommend leaving them on. Then translated names on, so that you will see the English version underneath the runic writing, or if you're in another language you should see your own language underneath the runic writing. And there are some new ones down here because there's a new mail system in. So these are other settings which we can look at a later date. So that's that done. Now I'm just going to rush through the creation of the character. We've done this quite a few times. So I'm just going to talk to Arabella. You just need to click on the word guide, manifestation, and that gives us the information required. Now, you might have noticed that there used to be words down the bottom, and they don't seem to be there now. They actually are, they've just hidden them. Use a little arrow here, actually bring them down, so you can actually, if you're used to using the bottom words, instead of scrolling through and clicking on the words in the description. Now the other thing, of course, they've made a lot easier is they've put the farewell over here, so you don't have to type it or look through the words for the word. So it gets you out of the conversation quickly. Okay, now we'll quickly go to the mirror. There have been no graphics enhancements in this part of it, in this release. Some people are noticing a slight frame drop, but the next release there should be a performance boost. They have just changed to another version of Unity, which of course will make some of the changes. Of course the game getting bigger will be the reason why probably some of the frame rates are dropping a bit. And I think that's all we'll do with him. There we go. So I don't go a lot into face creation or character creation. You can spend the time and make it look like yourself. There we go. So the character in the game, all manifested. Now some people are missing this next bit here. It says drag the book on the left and take it with you. Basically is your instruction booklet to the game. Now there is talk that they might bind this to your account, so if we open up the inventory you've already got torch bound to your account for some reason. So there's talk about this book might be at a later date bound to your account. At the moment some people are going past it and missing it, even though there is clear instruction to take it. So you can take it by either dragging it into your inventory or dragging it into your person. Both will take the book. Can contain certain information, and they can change the details in the book as well as they change, so you're always carrying the book with you. So we've got to go and talk to the Oracle, and at this point in the game, the questions that you would answer would decide on what path you would be taking, even though you can always change your mind. So again, there are no wrong answers. And so it's chosen High Vale, Path of Courage, which isn't the one we wanted. And change to the bow. So we go to the right starting zone. So let's head on out. Just check the Lunar Rift before we walk into it. Battle of Solice Bridge. There we go. So we're going to see what changes that I found in the game. I actually went through it yesterday. So I've made myself familiar with all of the changes in the scenarios and such like. I've taken the fishing quest out, added in some gathering quests. The starting scene is relatively the same. Tells you we've got to escape the battlefield. Again, it's talking about the voice inside. As we go in here, there are some changes. There used to be a table with some other bits and pieces on here. Gives us information to double click on the body on the floor. These for later quests that will need them. Then it tells us to go upstairs, and as we're going upstairs it talks about this letter on the floor down here, which again is needed in another quest later on. So I'm going to take that. You can investigate the area a little bit more. So just want to get through this and type in our name. Even though it does say type in whatever you want, I don't know if it affects the game, any points in the game. And yes, we'll help her. Now she's a companion of ours, which we've got to keep safe, which is very simple. Don't walk in any fire. Now at this point coming up here, it's going to say you will need a weapon. Double click on the bow on the corpse on the ground. You look round, you can't see a corpse, so realistically they should have the corpse in this area here. Now, to save you hunting and hunting and hunting, the corpse is actually over here. Here's the boat, and we've got some arrows here, and if we double click on him as well, we've also got some more arrows. You can loot the other bodies. I'd recommend taking all. That note might be handy on a quest later on as well. So just to loot the bodies. That says we need to double click on the guard's body to see if he has the key. Try and click on the thing. It says it requires a gate key. Click on the body. It's got a key, letter, and also a broken sword. Now we've got the key, the gate will open. Prompts us to speak to the man nearby. And if we double click on him, click for continue, He says, "I'll be ready." There used to be a lot more dialogue on this character. You can say yes, and he's going to help you escape the zone. Off he goes. Now, as you're going through, if you loot all the bodies, you can actually leave him just to do all the fighting. But I would recommend getting involved in the fighting. Looting the corpses is also important. Double click on it. Start firing arrows. Our abilities down here. Now they have changed some of the abilities. Before you had to wait for it to time cycle. Just get to a better angle. Now if you hit it a second time, and you'll notice that the little red bar gets more and more. Now if you use that as an attack function, I believe it uses more focus up. Of course it means that you can use the item a few more times, which frees you up a little bit more. Nearly killed that one. As I say, by not getting involved, it means you're not gaining any XP. Or here's somebody we can fight on our own. We can deal with him. As I say, because they're not hard to fight. Looted that one. Map and some worms would have been handy before they changed the game. Put the fishing quest out. Here's somebody. Let's take on this one, leaving that one. So it's now gone to red thing. We can go another time. And we've killed him. We have used quite a lot of focus up. Used more focus. And if we'd waited for the time cycle, but it's just a slight change in the combat structure that they've done in the game, which gives new players more freedom, so the game's not so rigid. Wants us to put our sword away, which is just the Z key or the Z key to equip or unequip the character. And we're nearly at the end of the scene here. Loot these. Some interesting loot on that one. And then we need to talk to Edward. And then he gives us loads of experience points. We'll continue. Click the word help. And he asks us to take the news. Let's take a boat. Now you have to say the word boat, and then it puts a location on the compass. If you don't, you've got to go and find them and prompt for that. Say the word help. It says please take this boat. There used to be another quest that was given which has been taken out, and you pick up that quest now at the end of the Solice Bridge outskirts, which tells you to go to another zone, which would have been confusing some people. You'll notice that Charlotte is now not a companion because we've completed the quest. Got them safely across the bridge. Now we're going to go down into the boat, into the Solice Bridge outskirts. Here we are. solice outskirts. As we approach the guard, it should automatically start talking to us. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't for some reason. But if it doesn't automatically start talking, just double click on him. Mustn't forget to meet Captain Kinsey in the Solage Bridge outskirts. Kinsey. Walk up the path, go up to the camp. She's on the side of the crumbling tower. And that's all we need to know from our friend. Probably don't need to talk to him, he'd probably go straight up, but so there have just been a few changes in certain quests. Some have been removed, some more have been added. There's actually another couple of quests to prepare you for the world of Novia. So the fishing quest has been taken out and gathering quests have been put in. So, to see how many people are in the instance. If you want to know how many people are in the instance, hit the 0. See how many people are in the instance. It's strange because it still shows a visitor when the trial has ended. It must be a glitch, but not to worry. If you see the word visitor, it's because a trial is going on. Those people have limited accounts. This person's trying to grab our attention, but we'll talk to that person later. It's always handy to know how many people are in the instance, so you know how much competition you've got for resources. Okay, let's talk with upper hand to say, talk to me. Now because we've found her, we get 400 experience and 25 gold. I'm going to go down here. We'll ask her her name. I'm Captain Kinsey. But we only need a magical word. That's help. She wants us to go and talk to Lord and Lady Langston. So, now this quest, they've changed a lot the text in it, so it makes it a lot easier to understand the text itself. For the game, the quest itself is still the same, which is basically to get a painting. So for help and painting, and up the top it's got recover Nana's painting. Click continue. Continue. Now, swamp. And it's most treacherous is Hartley, so it tells us we're looking for somebody called Hartley, probably. Now, in one of the descriptions, it tells us it's actually in a hut or a tent. There's a prompt with more information on where to find the actual item for the quest. So let's go and find the painting. They've increased the spawn rate in this area. I think that's because if there's quite a few players playing, it helps make certain that there are enough targets to kill. Also, they've become more intelligent, so be aware. Still got a visitor, I don't know. Puzzling, but not to worry. All are welcome. Yeah, I just heard somebody come in and attacking us. They're really simple to kill. Now for some reason it's given us an heirloom, which is a quest item that we'll use later on in the game. Strange that they actually give it to you now. Now I've just put our weapon away so we can recover a bit quicker. And there we go. So they're at the moment. You don't need to worry about too much. It's handy to get your skills up to this point in the game. And don't be afraid to use too many arrows because you pretty much won't run out. Don't know if he's waiting for me or what. Not to worry. Now there is a little trap here. Step on that pressure plate. This little door here will come round. So, kill this person. If I can quickly do it without getting hurt. W and the S key. Okay. There you go. So if you carried on walking forward, you'd be stabbed. Nice little trap. Now the paintings in this hut up here. You have to interact with one of the baddies up there. So if you suddenly go up to him, he doesn't start attacking you, which is a bit strange when you first think, why isn't he attacking? You can actually talk with him. He's in mourning. She left the painting behind. Seeing if we can get anything else out of them in regards to Hartley, which is the person we're supposed to get painting. He's not going to give it to them, so let's try something. So I had to get the key off of him. Give us a key. So I'm uncertain what's happening with the quest. Some people say that you have to kill him to get access to the property. This is the painting in question. Last time I came, the door was open, but I did kill him, and this time I've left him. But whatever you have to do, you know where to get your painting. Over here is Juliana's grave. Loose stone here. There's a key in there if you find you can't get in. You don't want to kill our matey over here. So it's strange because the door was open for me, but they do change it. It did say there was more than one way. So that's interesting. Anyway, let's go back to camp, kill some baddies, and we'll take on this wolf here because we need some archery practice. Wolf doesn't want to play. There we go. You can just start attacking it, it's quite happy to fight you. Need some archery practice. As you can see, we can click this a few times. Now it gets to a point we can't click any more. you only have so many what are called tiles in the game. But as you can see, our focus is going down. The more red it is, the more focus you use. So, but focus is there to be used. So if you know you're only going to fight one creature, you can just get skill training a lot quicker. And whilst we're talking about the skill, there are a few more skills that are not on the bar, which we're going to put down there now. First of all, we're going to move the health one over there. This one's a passive one, but we need to get that up to level 20, so it can train in strength, which I'll go through at a later date. Then we need to go back to our archery, because there's another ability that we have here. And then later on we'll be training this one as well. And you don't want to train too many at the beginning of the game. As you do quests or kill creatures or people, gain experience, and comes out of the pool here, goes up into whatever you're training. If you're training too much, you won't have any available in your pool, so you won't train as fast. So just something to bear in mind when you're choosing what to train and when to train it. And let's just have a look at some of the others. Oh yeah, we have one in air. That one. Buff ability, which will help us. Dash I don't think is worth it. So, and Gust is a handy one. If enemies get too close, we can knock them down or blow them away. So that's how I set my little bar up. You can set it up in your own fashion. Because this is the fixed bar, which is the first bar that you come across in the game. Up here you might see a little social with a little number 1 on it. That's because somebody wants to be your friend. It's always best to, in my view, accept friends in the game, because you can use teleport scrolls to teleport, give you more options to move around the world. So friends requests are always very handy. You can also request to be friends with players as well. Let's go back to the camp. So it's going to go into the dusk. The nighttime cycle soon. There's another wolf over here. Just engage him. Now we've got 2 of these abilities, it means we can actually go through them. There we go. Dispatch them quicker. If you look at it, the little red timing cycles are going round as well until they reset. Another. Your focus slowly recovers if you're not doing an action. The only action that doesn't take focus is walking. All other actions tend to take focus. Go back to Lord Langston, hand back the painting. As you can see, if you've looked at my previous videos, the quest is pretty similar, just been tidied up. So they're looking for a painting, which should be in our inventory. And we give the items, and we've got 4,000 experience and 250 gold. Now let's go and talk to. In fact, I'm going to offload some of the items we bought because we can't carry a lot, so after you've finished one little run out, it's best to come here, talk to the blacksmith. Again, in the chat boxes before, if you just double clicked on them, their trade window would open. At the moment, it's this way. They're trying it, I think. It might remain in the game, or it might go back to its previous way. But if you want to trade with them, you just have to click the word buy, and then this window appears. And then we'll sell from our inventory, sell everything that we don't need, and we keep the food for later on. Sell the map, that gave us 40. Keep that key because I don't know if it'll be helpful later. And sell these. Potatoes, the flesh, dagger, short sword, curly bow, trout, some worms. You can't sell things that are important, so you don't have to worry about those, and you can't sell your weapons or your clothes that you're carrying either. So, and then we can sign for exchange. If you wanted to buy something, you could buy some better weapons or armour, but you don't really need to. If you do run out of arrows, you can always buy some more arrows here. But don't buy too many arrows. They all weigh something. The reason why we've offloaded all the stuff we don't need is because we don't have much carrying capacity. All the stuff that you're carrying at the moment is weighing 67.1 and you can only carry 85, so it's well worth offloading your supplies out to go and get another quest. Captain Kinsey, see what she gives us. Now the quests might not come in the same order, so that's why I will be redoing them as separate quests, so you can actually, if you need help on a particular quest. This time she's asked us to talk to Lieutenant Galaris, get a new type of hotbar called Utility Hotbar. Now, this is a hotbar, this is your combat one, you're notable by the sword. There's a non-combat, there is a non-combat bar as well. So this is the person we need to talk to, Lieutenant Galaris, Utility Hotbar, and we just say yes. That's one of your simple ones, simple 400 gold, 200. She actually gives us some bark bread, which is a food, and they also give you a helpful guide which talks about the hotbar if you need any more information. That's that quest done. Now we have a hotbar here. Now it says the map of Solace Bridge. I'm going to remove that by right clicking. If you go into combat, you'll see that down here is your non-combat bar, spade. Above it is your combat bar. Again, you can move these around, so we'll move that one there, and we've got a light spell there, which we'll be using in a little while as it gets dark. Now what we're going to do, no we don't need to. So now we've got useful spells. Now the only ones that go down here pretty much are crafting and abilities like that. Now we've got that hotbar, which they keep on changing how that happens, but there we go. And then we'll talk, say help again. Now there's a farmer who needs some help, but I'd rather see if we can do that one later. See if we can get word help in. Sedgwick, that's the one we needed. This is the new quest tree that's in the game, which has replaced the fishing quests. And one of these took some time, so So, and we just need to say help to him, and he wants some wood. Gather some maple wood. He needs 4 pieces of wood so we can make some arrows. Now you'll notice throughout the game that there are trees in the game, and there's a certain type of tree that you can cut down in the game. And I'm just seeing if there's one available close by. There's one here that's already been chopped down. There's this red tree here. So go and find another one. The awkward thing is it's becoming dusk in the game. All the nice easy ones have been chopped down. There's normally one that will spawn here, so you might see one here. Unless the other person in the game is doing the same quest. Or when you know about it, they just run out and chop down the wood. Yeah. Oh no. Tree in front of us, that red tree, those are the only ones you can chop down. They always look the same, they don't change. Now, all the green trees you can't chop. If you want to be certain that you don't chop it down, when you move your mouse over it, turn into a little axe. 2 clicks, start the action. Chopping down the tree. That's quite simple. You get a bit of maple wood. Now when you chop them down, it vanishes and just leaves a stump. When other people chop them down, the wolf wants to attack us. It's not a problem because we need now this ability here, dust, will, as you can see, blow the animal away. So if you want to protect yourself against damage, or you're taking on too many enemies, you can always use the dust spell to thingy, but do bear in mind you are using focus each time, which is not a problem here. Okay. Used up all of our focus in that combat, which would have been a problem if we had a larger group. Seems we haven't. Now what we need to do is just rest a little while, let our focus recover. Have a look round, we can see another tree over here. Seems like no, there's no combat options over there. All there is a wolf. Now it's best to take out any combat options first in the area, because the wolf might run away when we go towards it, then we'll start chopping the tree down, then it will come back and attack us and interrupt us. So, just to play safe and certain, it's a good idea just to take care of the wolf if we can. That's going to really run off, so I'm going to come back. See if it interrupts us. We double click on it. You're going to come in. No, it doesn't look like it. For some reason they don't like us dropping their trees down. Need to go and find some more. Come back to combat, get our focus up. Another tree over here. They're going to come in. Yep. Just take him on. He's the weakest of all of them, I think. Later on, you'll only have to strike him once. Now he's running. See, is he coming in to attack us? Let's say there is another one here, which he seems to have drawn the fire. He could be on a similar quest now. We've got some other things here. Just finish off. sometimes with the resources it's well worth running towards them and taking them, because some people aren't so nice in the game. Do it one shot instead. So, now let's just have a look at our inventory. Have we got enough bits of wood? 3, we need another 2. Let me go back and see if there's other ones have spawned, or do I carry on? Another couple over here, and there's one up here. I will have that one. If we're lucky, it will give us 2 chunks of wood out of it. Once you've got enough. Oh no, we only needed 4, so that should give us enough. Yep. Now you can carry on and do more. I'm just going to go back to the camp now, and in the quest. Now, if you want to run in the game, all you have to do is hit your W key, forward key twice, quick succession, and you'll start running. See if I get it, there we go. Now when you're running, you'll notice up here your focus is going down a lot faster. You're using a lot of energy basically, and once it runs out, start walking again. It can be used of course to get away from enemies or to quickly move around the map. You'll get more and more focus, so you'll be able to run longer and longer. And drop the wood in. Another player in the area. Let's see that these people got quests. Wondering why they're sparkling. And these are, we need to give him his 4 maple wood. Go. Give the items, and he's going to give us some bows, 4,000 experience points and 250 gold. And if we say help again, he'll give us another quest. We need to find 5 iron ore so we can make some arrowheads. And you'll be able to find them in iron mines. Now this one here, I did find quite hard to find the actual mines themselves. I did find 2 nodes in the camp. There must be more. Got to see if I can find them again now. Might have to bear with me a little while. Because they spawn in particular places at different times. This one over here doesn't look like it's spawning at the moment. I think this quest is the best idea to take on another quest, and then when you see the iron ore, pick it up. With other characters in the game, you don't know if they've already mined them. Another one was over here. Let's see, this one's over here still. Yep. See this one? The little dark grey patches. When you put your mouse over them, it tells you it's iron ore, and of course it turns into a pickaxe. We need 5 of these. There's only 2 nodes that I know of in the camp. There might be others. I've not found them. I've only found 3 nodes, so you might have to take the time to do this one. Just going to go back and see if that other node has spawned. There's one down by where the bandits are. So I'm always looking for new nodes. Bring a bit of light up. Doesn't look like it's going to spawn for us today. It will spawn at some point. It's also not very easy to see. It would have been better if they'd used copper in my view, because that's an orange, of course, colour metal. A little bit easier to see than the iron. Okay, I wonder if you'll give us the final quest. Because you can take on as many quests as you want. Let's see, yeah, because he's asking for his iron ore. We've only got one, so we haven't got 5. So there is another quest he will give us. Word help coming up. Help. No, it won't give us his next one, so we can't do that. Right, let's go and check the other node and then I'll see if it's respawned. They respawn at random events. Always keep looking around to see if I can find another node. Nodes always remain in the same place, so the other one was about here, so it will respawn. Now the other one was right the way down by the camp, close to the tree. This character's not trying to do the same quests as well. There isn't, in my view, enough ore in the game, which hopefully they will increase it in the next coming days or weeks. Compensate. That ore is normally found in the edges of rocks, so it's a good idea just to keep your eye out around the edges of the rocks when you're looking for ore. Oh, light spell again. The other one should be about... No, now there's a granite one there, which is not the iron ore. There was an iron ore one somewhere over here. There it is. Which is what I'm saying, it's very hard to see. And we just got it before we got interrupted. Just take him down, and then we can harvest the iron here. This will give us only 2. We need 5. Oh, but it's given us 2 iron ore, which is handy. Now we only need 2 more. Gonna have a little bit more look around the rocks around here. So, because those are the only ones that I've found, so we'll have a quick look down here because we need some experience. And we've got tons of arrows. This quest is actually going to give us some more, so it's a good idea to get experience up in this area, which you can. Right, now this is a spider's web that sometime is complete, and you can knock it down by just double clicking on the mouse. It'll only hold you back a little while. Put the web there, but there's no spider around. I can't see any node there. Somebody wants to die. We want his resources. Quick check around this area. Go back to the camp. So I don't think there needs to be more resources, as I say in the game. It's just let's head back towards the camp. Check where that node was to see if it's respawned. But so resource gathering can be a bit frustrating in the game sometimes. Try and fathom out where we are. There's that trap, so we go through here. Just check over on this side, see if there's any iron, or any resources in general. Just have a quick look over here. Can't see any. Just deal with our matey here. Dagger. It's become over encumbered, which means we're now carrying more than we can carry. What it does is it gives us a slight negative effect on movement rate and also dexterity, and the longer the effect lasts, as we pick up more, the effect will get worse and worse. So we need to go back to camp to check the area here where the nodes were before. And respawn. There's the tree that hasn't respawned. Check on the other nodes in the game. Tree over there is respawned. That tree is respawned. They do recover over time. We'll just chop this tree down since it's on our way back. Now our encumbrance, if we look, is 0.3 on movement rate, 0.4, 0.1 on dexterity. Take that, gone up to 0.8 on movement rate. Still only 0.1 on dexterity. Head back to camp. Sell our loot. Check on the other nodes. Yep, that one's respawned, so we'll take that one. Pretty lucky it will give us 2. And it gave us 1. We need 1 more ore, so we need 5. Yeah, iron ore 4, we need 5. Let's go back and sell our wares and remove our encumbrance. Sell from inventory. And sell that part of bread. We've got 3 more there. Mushroom cap. Granite block. And sell that iron ore. Actually sell the wood now. And daggers, salmon and the bow. Now select them as a group, take them as a group. It's another 94 gold for us. 1 more iron ore. It's got to have spawned by now. Where are you? Proving me wrong today. there is one round here somewhere. Where the game can get rather frustrating. So, I need one more iron ore. I don't want that to go all the way back out again. Right, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to go and pause the game, go and get the other iron ore, and then come back. Come here, pause the game. I'll see you shortly. Here we are, back again. I've actually gone out and mined one of the nodes that we've already seen, because the one behind the bivouac or tent area here doesn't want to seem to spawn, but there is normally one behind there. I actually mined up 2 in the last one, so we've got 1 too many, which is not a problem. We can always sell spare ore. So if you do want to just select 5 out of the 6 in this situation, just click on the ore, holding the shift key, move the mouse a little bit, you'll see you can change it, and then we'll select 5, basically it picks up 5 as a stack, and then you can place that in there, which leaves 1 over here. Give those items. It's actually given us 4,000 experience points, 225 gold, it's given us some more arrows. Click help again, and ask about picking up feathers from a farm. Now, earlier on you saw a quest about a farmer who also needs help, so I thought I'll leave that quest for this time so we can deal with both of the subjects together. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you click the subscribe button, you'll get to know when more of my content comes out. Please feel free to leave questions and comments in the comment section. And thanks for watching.